Hey y'all, it's Robert, and in today's video, I'm going to be making a pretty unique cake. So I want to make a cake that glows in the dark for Halloween, and I also want to put a twist to the cartoon cake trend. So for a regular cartoon cake, you would outline everything with black, but I'm doing the complete opposite, and I'm making a black cake and then outlining everything with bright colors. And I have this neon petal dust that should glow underneath the black light, so I'm hoping that this all works out. I'm starting this off by leveling and torting 6 and 8 inch cakes. I decided to make each color a different flavor, so the lime green color is lime flavored, the pink is strawberry, and the black is chocolate. And I don't really know how all three of those flavors work together, but I'm hoping it tastes good. After all the cakes are torted, I'm then adding simple syrup to each one, just to make sure that they stay moist. Because this cake already has so many different flavors, I decided to stack the cake with vanilla buttercream. Once the cakes are stacked, I'm then trimming down the sides of the cake a little with a serrated knife, and once they're all trimmed, I'm then adding the crumb coat. I'm using chocolate ganache for the final coat, and to make it match the color scheme of this cake, I'm going to be coloring it black. I'm using 6 cups of chocolate chips and 2 cups of cream, and I'm mixing this all together until it's smooth, and then I'm adding the black gel food coloring. While the ganache is cooling, I'm covering 2 cake boards that I'll be using as guides with cling wrap, and the cling wrap will make peeling these off the cake really easy, so it's a very important step. Now I can add the ganache to the cake, and I'm smoothing this out with the cake comb. So the base of both cakes are done, so it's time to start decorating them. Both tiers are being covered in black fondant, and I'm using the paneling method to do this. I'm adding black fondant to the top of the cake and cutting off the excess, then I'm wrapping the sides of the cake with more black fondant. Because this is a tiered cake, I need to make sure that I add support, so I'm cutting 4 dowels all the same size and then inserting those into the bottom tier. Before I stack them, I'm flipping the cakes upside down and adding a strip of black fondant around them, and this strip will be used to make the drip in the design. Now I can carefully stack the cake and begin working on the details. I'm using a modeling tool to mark the drip and then going back with a knife to cut through the fondant. To bring in some Halloween elements, I'm using a ghost mold with black fondant, and I'm adding these around the bottom tier. Next, I'm rolling fondant into a log to make the candles, and I'm placing these on top, and I'm holding these in place with a toothpick, and then I'm adding the flames on top of those. So the cake is all black, and I think this actually looks really cool, but now it's time to start bringing in the color. I'm using white fondant, and I'm coloring it lime green, pink, and orange. To make the piping, I'm using a fondant extruder, and I'll be using a drill with an attachment, and this is going to help me make the piping so much faster. First, I'm outlining the drips in the top of the cakes with pink fondant. Then the bottom of the cake is being outlined with lime green, and I'm also adding more markings around the cake, and this is just to add more color to it. Each of the ghosts are also being outlined with the different colors of fondant. And with orange fondant, I'm adding the reflection detail to the drips on the cake. Now I'm outlining the candles with yellow and the flames with orange. And the last piping to add is the word boo in orange fondant, and I'm doing this on both sides of the cake. So all the color is now on the cake, so now I'm going to paint the piping, and this is what should make it glow in the dark. I'm mixing the petal dust with vodka, and I'm carefully painting this on the cake. I'm being really careful when doing this because you might not see any mistakes with the lights on, but if there's any mistakes, they would glow underneath the black light, and I really don't want that to happen. Now it's time to see if it glows. So all I have to do is set up the black lights, turn the regular lights off, and then just hope that this effect works. So here it is. This is the neon sign Halloween cake complete. I wasn't sure how this cake would turn out, but I really like it. It just took so long to make because of all of those small pieces. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you're curious about any of the products that I use, I'll be sure to link those in the description. And if there's any other Halloween cakes y'all want to see me make sure you leave it in the comments below. And until then, I'll see y'all in the next video.